Hey my dear boys and girls, welcome back again to your favorite astrology channel, which is Jupiter Astrology. And today we will gonna talk about your married life, you and your spouse, something important things. Yes, I know that you want to meet your spouse and you want to sing this song as soon as possible, and which is I found a love for me. Oh darling, just try wondering, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time, but darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you holding mine, baby. And dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you look a mess, I whisper underneath my breath, you heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. So hope you guys enjoy the song. I know it may be the worst cover of Ed Sheeran Perfect, but still, like, I tried it, like it. So let's go ahead. Okay, so see, in today's video, guys, we talk about like foreseeing the nature of the spouse, like money, and like the spouse family and in-laws and spouse nature appearance. We have to see a lot of things. Okay, like we see seventh house. Sometimes we see like aspect on the seventh house, seventh lord sign house placement. Then we see Dara Karka. Then we see like some important thing related to marriage, like Navamsha and this lord and that lord, and like a lot of other like second house lord placement, second lord, like many things I would like to tell you, second eighth house, etc. But in this video I'm gonna talk about something specific. Okay, some general things that you see that okay, this is here and that is there, so this will gonna happen, that thing can be possible, so we're gonna talk about that. Okay, so by this, basically what will gonna happen, what I'm gonna tell you today in this video, you can see that will tell about you, and also in future when you see in your spouse chart, you can know exactly like the pinpoint thing that yes, this can be seen in my spouse nature also. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to simply see in your D1 chart, your Ascendant Lagna chart, which is your Ascendant Lord. Okay, which is your Ascendant Lord. Now you have to see your Ascendant Lord where it is placed in your D9-NAVAMSHA chart, like specifically in which sign it is placed, right? So your Ascendant Lord can be anyone. Okay, so you have to see in which sign in Navamsha your Ascendant Lord is placed. As per that, we have to see the result. So for an example, let's say your Ascendant Lord is Venus. Then see where Venus is placed in the Navamsha. So let's say Venus is placed in the sign of Cancer. So you have to see like as per the sign of Cancer, this video. Okay, let's say your Ascendant Lord is, let's say, Mercury. Then you're gonna have to see where Mercury is placed in the Navamsha chart. Let's say it is placed in the sign of Aries in Navamsha. So you're gonna have to see sign of Aries related video in this. Okay, in this video. Okay, now let's just go ahead. So let's say your D1 Lagna. Now guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. The Lord is placed in the Aries sign in the Navamsha chart. Okay, so what it show that you are very helping, or I can say superhero kind of a person. Like you see these movies, is Avengers, and like the Iron Man, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Crash, or whatever, like the old days shows in India, like the Shaktiman, when you were kids of 90s, like so all these kind of movies, or like the superhero kind of attitude, who is like oh, I would like to help others, I would have to save this and that. So it make your nature that kind of, okay, you are very helping by nature, you loves to help other persons, that can be seen. Okay, now another, like the other thing that we see, that when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Aries Navamsha, you become very independent person. Okay, like you are, like for an example, you become like the Tony Stark, or like I can say the Iron Man, like hey, I would like to save this world alone. So that kind of a thing can be seen. Or like you are like Hulk, hey, I can save the world alone, I can do this. So that can also be seen. I'm not saying that in the movie it happened, but like generally I'm talking about, giving you an example. So you become little bit like an independent kind of a person. Now in terms of relationship is a thing in which you can have to just take care of each other, also just try to talk to each other. So if you become very independent, then it's like a bit problematic also sometimes. So you have to keep that in mind, that in relationship obviously you have to talk to your partner also. Okay, and also it may possible that you like some of your own space, like some people who always love to indulge in with other partner, like in relationship. But there are some people, they are like with the partner also, but some like they want their own time, like maybe some hour of day, 1 or 2 hours in a day, they want to live alone, or like spend some time alone. So that kind of like own space kind of a person, your nature can be seen. Best thing here is that if you have this placement, then simply tell your partner that yes, I have this kind of nature, I need it, so that you will not have argument, or I can say fight or problem in married life. Okay, now guys, now this placement can also make you very competitive by nature. Okay, like you may have like the competitive nature with your partner also sometime, like let's say your spouse is like you can like they become that much, or they are doing that thing, then you are like, hey, I also do this, okay, I must have to do that. Like you just try to somehow compete with your partner. So I would like to tell you, then just try to avoid it. Like if I know that you will have this nature, planets are telling it, but if you have it and you are feeling that it might create problem in married life, then just try to avoid it, because that is the beauty of astrology. I am telling you all these things so that you can improve your married life. Okay, now you fight a lot in your married life. I would like to tell you, because you have this placement, you fight with your partner a lot, but you love her a lot, or him. Okay, you love your spouse a lot and you fight also a lot. Now see, when you love a lot, that's really amazing, but when you fight, that's when the problem begin. So I can tell you that you have a little bit like a fighting, like not little bit, like more than that, a fighting nature with your spouse. So please try to avoid that. Okay, that's what I can advise you. Try to understand that I have this placement, I have to avoid it. Okay, now this is all about you, but you can watch this video if you are married also, or maybe in future when you get married, you can come back and watch this video for your spouse also. Like in your spouse chart, his or her D1 Lord in which house in Navamsha, that can also tell about her a lot. Okay, or like can say your married life. So like the mixed result can be get, but this is generally that you can see by looking your chart. So now let's move on to our next Navamsha, which is Taurus Navamsha. So when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Taurus D9-NAVAMSHA sign, then what will gonna happen? Now first thing you will see that you become very very selective about your partner. Okay, when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Taurus sign in the Navamsha, you are like, okay, how can I marry someone like this? Okay, and especially if you are in India, right? Then and you have this placement, I can bet you, like you are one of those person like rebellious little bit like me, like who are like, hey, how can I do arranged marriage? How can I marry someone and just decide in some like 5 or 10 minutes that you have to marry this person? And especially in India, not in like every place, like but most of the places, because like if you exclude the metro cities or the big cities, in most of the places still arranged marriage are there in India. And there you don't even get the 5 or 10, like you literally you have to decide in 5 or 10 minutes that you say yes or no. Like I don't know how you can decide that. In the same way, you are very selective about your partner. You are like, okay, I want this kind of a partner, that nature. Now the good, it's really amazing thing. you must need to be careful while selecting your partner, and this placement is saying that you will be. Now the good thing is that you will get good partner if you do that, but the problem is that it will make delay in your marriage, that your marriage will be delayed, because obviously for finding such a perfect partner, such a brilliant partner in every aspect, in terms of beauty, in terms of nature and everything, it will take some time. And that's what happened to you guys. Marriage happened with delay, but definitely you will get a good partner also. Now if some person will earn your trust, then you are like, you love them a lot with all of your heart. If someone can win your trust, like any male or female, as per your gender, win your trust, then you are like very loving, caring kind of a person towards that person, and you will marry that person. That kind of nature can be seen. Now you are one at, like we can see that when D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Taurus Navamsha, then you are very logical in giving advice to other people. Okay, that can be seen. Very logical advice you give, like that's really good for them. Now one thing I can advise you, if your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Navamsha Taurus sign, you must give a little bit like a freedom, or I can say liberty, to your life partner. Okay, you must have to understand that, okay, everyone has their nature, so just try to give them their freedom also. Okay, that's really good for your married life. So this is all about your sign. Now you can also see these related to this video about the same in your partner chart also. Okay, in which sign his or her place. That's really, again, like if you are not married right now, maybe in the future you can come back and watch. Now let's move on to our next, which is now Gemini sign. If D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Gemini sign of Navamsha, okay. Now if this happen, then you are very open minded and freedom loving person, first thing. Okay, because your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Gemini sign in the Navamsha, you are very freedom loving, like you love freedom, like freedom is everything for you. Okay, also you love debate, and you love the topic discussion and all these kind of thing. Okay, now when you talk to someone, like some other person, they feel like, oh, like you give them such a feeling that they feel like, oh, he's my family member or she is my family member. So what I can say, by your talking or like this, your speech or something like that, you are very good in making them making them feel that you are very nice person, you are like their family member kind of vibe you give. Okay, now you can show the path to the other people. Okay, you can show the path, like the good path in the life, to the other people, but not able to help yourself. Okay, that can also be seen, because naturally, because of Gemini sign, your energy is so scattered, you can help everyone, but for you it's really hard to help yourself. Now for your married life, generally it's really good, but you're gonna have to understand that if because you are a very discussion kind of a person, you love to debate, you love to topic, so you have to make sure that this debate must not be like move in the direction of like fighting with your spouse. Like let's say you say that this is correct, your spouse is like, no, this is correct, no, that is correct, you are like, this is correct, your spouse is like, that is correct, then you try to give arguments. So just try to avoid all that kind of stuff. If you guys are like agree on something, you can do healthy discussion, that's really fantastic, but try to avoid unnecessary argument with your spouse if you can. Okay, now you can also see this video for your spouse chart and her or his sign also, or if you are not married right now, maybe in the future you can see that. Now let's move on to our next sign, which is Cancer sign. What will gonna happen when D1's Lagna Lord is placed in the Cancer sign in the Navamsha? First thing you will see over here, that you will attach to your life partner a lot. Your attachment with the life partner can be seen when your Lagna Lord of D1 chart is placed in the Cancer sign of Navamsha. Okay, you will attach so much, like you love her, you care her or him. Okay, that can be seen. You value family life a lot. Like for some people, they just want to live like as a couple, but you as a person would love to live with your family, like mother, etc., with father and with a spouse. That can be, overall, like family life is important for you. Now I would like to tell you one thing. As you are attached to your life partner a lot, as you are a very caring person, now you expect that your spouse will do the same for you. And now the problem occur, if let's say he or she will be doing same for you, but obviously, like because you have such a placement, you are doing always more than him or her. So that's the problem. You expect that, oh no, he is not doing enough for me, she's not doing enough for me, she's not caring me like that the same amount I am doing for her. Like, I'm talking as per your spouse, just imagine as per you, okay? I'm giving you example. So that kind of a thing happens. So what I can advise you here is just try to think that, like, okay, you are very caring, etc. Then every other person has their own, way. And also you can do one more thing. You can tell your partner directly that, hey, I love you so much, I want this, and I am expecting you these kind of a thing. So at least he or she will try to give you, because unnecessary if you just keep thinking in your mind that she will do that and he will do that, and if they don't do that, like your partner, then it might create frustration inside you. So it's better to tell your partner, because after all they are your life partner. You're gonna have to tell them that you expect that. So maybe they can put some effort and then you feel nice. Okay, that's what I can advise you over here. Now it is generally a good placement generally for your married life when D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Cancer sign in Navamsha. Now let's talk about the Leo sign. When D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Leo sign in the Navamsha, then what will gonna happen? In the Leo sign, when D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Leo sign in the Navamsha, then you are very honest in relationship. Like, the relationship honesty can be expected. Like in the person in whose chart D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Leo sign in the Navamsha, you can expect that person to be a very honest person. Okay, and that person want devotion from his partner. Like, let's say if your chart has D1 Lagna Lord in the Leo Navamsha, then you want your partner to be very devoted towards you, very devotion. Okay, also you are very demanding from your partner. Okay, very demanding nature can be seen. And that can be seen. Now it may be not good for you, because obviously if you are over demanding, you want this, you want that, no one can fulfill your like everything. You just try to maybe communicate with your partner, but keep that in mind, that over expectation or thinking that every single time the other person put efforts is not good. You have to put your own efforts also. Okay, so I'm giving you advices also over here in this video, because obviously that's the benefit of astrology. You can understand things and just try to change your lifestyle as per you. Okay, now you make your own way. That kind of a nature can be seen when you have this placement. So you tell straightforward to your partner, hey, I want this, hey, I want that. That kind of nature can also be seen when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Leo sign of Navamsha. That kind of nature can also be seen. Just try to, you're gonna have to understand that, yes, I can understand that as your placement you do that. Now it also show that you want to help everyone of your family, etc., like all family member, etc. This placement can also be show that, like, in different perspective. And then you want appreciation. That's also amazing thing, that you want to help other and that you want, like, hey, appreciate me. Then if they don't do that, then you may feel like bad, or like you may feel, oh, they are not doing it. So keep that in mind. Like, it's okay, you just need to help other people. That's really awesome. But if they are appreciating or not, that's okay. You just try to, I want you to get mentally prepared, because see, this show that your nature is like that. Like, you want appreciation a lot. So if you will not get, you will feel then frustrated. So it is better to accept that, okay, not everyone will appreciate you, but if someone do that, that's really good. Okay, you're gonna have to change yourself. That's the best thing you can do, and that's the benefit of the astrology, man or women. Okay, so this is all about the Leo sign. Now let's talk about the Virgo sign. What will gonna happen when your D1 first Lord is going into D1 Ascendant Lord is in Virgo sign in Navamsha. So it show that if you have this placement, that your sense of humor is really good. Okay, you have amazing sense of humor. You are a witty person. Okay, and your way of talking is awesome. That's really good for your relationship, obviously, because your spouse will always be happy if you have good sense of humor. Every girls or boys wants that their partner will have it, or I can say most of the people, not everyone. You are good in helping and giving suggestion to your life partner. That's really fantastic. If you have this, then your life partner will feel amazing, because you are good in helping them, giving them suggestions so that they can grow in your life. Now your expectations from your life partner is like very high, or I can say lot. So you're gonna have to keep that in mind. Like, just try to control, if you put over expectation, then it might be problematic also sometime, because no one can fill every expectation of you. Yes, you can tell your spouse, you can communicate your spouse that I want these things, so maybe they can also put some effort. That's really a good thing, like I'm giving you advice. But if you're expecting that everything will be there, like they do everything and this and that hell, then it might be problematic. So you have to keep that in mind. uh Now this placement also show that you want everything to be best, perfect. Like if something is there, you must need to be placed there. Everything must need to be 100% perfect. Okay. Now I would like to tell you that please try to control that, because sometime it happen like let's say your partner is putting his socks or towel somewhere in the in a different place. Then instead of just saying randomly, just try to let them understand that hey, please put it on the right place. Then it's really amazing. So that could be better. But if you are thinking that every single thing will be perfect, no, maybe 95% thing will be perfect, maybe 5% thing in your life maybe not perfect, so you're gonna have to accept that. Okay, that's really good for you. Now your overall mind is really awesome when you have D1 Lagna Lord in the Virgo sign in Navamsha. Okay, so this is all about this placement. Now let's talk about our next sign, which is Libra. What will gonna happen when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Libra sign of Navamsha? Now when this happen, people generally see you as a very very nice people. You are like almost to every person on this planet, you are like very nice person. You have such a aura that when you meet someone, they're like, oh my god, this person is, you see some people when they meet other persons, everyone praise them no matter how good or bad they are, but people are like, oh, this person is very nice. So that kind of aura you will have. Now your way of talking is brilliant. Okay, and people love when you talk. When your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Libra sign, your way of talking is amazing, I would like to tell you. People will love it to talking to you, or like when you talk, they're like, oh my god, this person is brilliant. Now, so obviously it help you in dating, etc., or impressing the person. uh Now guys, one thing over here you have to notice, that in this placement, when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Libra sign, you may love your partner a lot. Very loving kind of a person, caring kind of a person can be seen. But you're gonna have to understand, let's say they are not doing something according to you, or like some problem or fight occur in your married life, then your other phase comes out. Then you become such a destroyable or dangerous person. Then your partner will think, my god, he's not like that, he's never talked like that, like he's really a different person. So that can also be seen. So what I would like to tell you, just try to control. I know that sometime it happens, but try to control that nature. Do not become too much bad on the other side, otherwise you will make your married life like bad. So instead of doing that, just try to control on what you say or how do you do in the bad situation. Okay, because see, everyone has good or bad situation in married life. No one, like even the best placement will have problem in the life. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. So adjust as per the different circumstances. That's what I can advise to you. Now let's move on to our next sign. If D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Scorpio sign in Navamsha, then what will gonna happen? So first thing you will see, that if you have this placement, you are very caring by nature, or anyone having this placement will be caring by nature, and they care their life partner a lot. If you have this placement that your D1 Lagna Lord is in a Scorpio sign in Navamsha, you care your life partner a lot. That can be seen. You are very sexual person. Okay, and you are sexually very active in your life. So sex life can be amazing over here, right? When your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Scorpio sign, and physically you are active, or I can say, okay, and you are very caring towards your life partner also. Now you have now when your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Scorpio sign, you become a person who interfere in lot in like your life partner life. Okay, now you're gonna have to understand one thing, that in today's world where both male and female are working, if you interfere a lot in their life, then it might be problematic. Let's say you are a male and your wife is working, so she may also have, it may possible that their own friend circle or something like that. So if you just try to interfere a lot, like who is that in every single thing, you just try to uh, ask a lot, or I can say like more than what is required, then it might be problematic. So just try to avoid that, what I can say, like the digging deep kind of a nature, or I can say like that secret agent kind of a nature, investigating kind of a nature. Try to avoid that. Okay, do not interfere a lot in your partner life, otherwise she will feel like, or he will feel like, oh my god, like he is like such a person, he just try to overindulge on me. So that can also be possible, so just try to avoid that. Okay, so that's what I can advise for you over here. Otherwise, generally, like if your demon Lagna Lord is placed in the Scorpio sign, you are a very nice person, or if your spouse have this, he or she will be a very nice person. But this is the main problematic thing, that they interfere a lot in other person's lives. Just try to avoid that. Otherwise, you are very nice, you care a lot, sexually you make your partner satisfied, and also loving, caring thing can be seen over here. Now let's talk about our next sign, which is Sagittarius. When your demon Lagna Lord is placed in the Sagittarius sign, then what will gonna happen? When your demon Lagna Lord is placed in the Sagittarius sign, then you are very humanitarian by nature. Very good, nice person can be seen. A humanitarian, helping kind of a person can be seen. You are very kind-hearted person, and you help other people. Like let's say for example, you will find someone who lost their charger, mobile charger, like let's say, and you are in some hotel, and they are sitting next to you, and they're like, oh my god, I lost my charger. Then you are like, hey, you can use mine. And they're like, sure. You are like, yes, you can use mine, no problem. So very humanitarian, very helping, very nice nature can be seen. Okay, also you may be a very spiritual person, that can also be seen. Also, you may give equality in relationship to your partner. So that's really a fantastic quality that you have, that you may give equality in relationship. That's really amazing again. Now, you like when someone praise you. That's really a problematic thing. Okay, see, like let's say you help that person, for an example, who's sitting next to you in reception in charger. Then like if he do praise, like, oh, this person is very nice, he helped me, then you feel like amazing. But you want it actually, that they say, they praise you, that's why you do everything. So you have to keep that in mind, that you have to help other and just forget about the praise and everything. If you get it, then it's really amazing. If someone not praise about you, then it's really okay. Otherwise you might feel frustrated, that why is not praising me. That kind of a thing can also be possible. Okay, and you can apply that on your life partner also. Okay, because it's really a relationship kind of a thing can also be seen over here. Now if someone praise you, you are ready to do your work. Like for example, if the life partner praise you for thing, then you can do like, okay, let's say for an example, your life partner have this placement. Okay, and let's say she is a woman and you are a male. Then if you praise her like, hey honey, you cook such a amazing food today, thank you for this, then she will feel amazing and she will cook more better food for you. Okay, you're gonna have to understand. But if you don't praise her, then she will feel really bad and she may not cook for you, or like something like that can be seen. And especially in this placement, it's really high. Okay, although generally a good married life over here is seen when your demon Lagna Lord is placed in the Sagittarius sign. Now let's move on to our next sign, which is Capricorn. When your demon Lagna Lord is placed in the Capricorn sign, then what will gonna happen? So when your demon Lagna Lord is placed in the Capricorn Navamsha, like obviously in the Navamsha we are talking about, in the Navamsha sign in the Capricorn, then you are very hardworking person. You work hard, like hard work, and due to hard work, like you may reach like this success. You have good career, you may have good financial condition, like in your married life you guys have like good. Okay, in terms of finances, etc., it's really good. Now here's the thing, like you may be a very practical person in relationship. Okay, you may be a very practical person in relationship. That can also be seen. Because of this, like your spouse will be feel like you are not emotionally attached to her or something like that. You are very practical, that can be seen. Now due to demon Lagna Lord in the Capricorn sign in the Navamsha, it may possible that you may have lack of communication with your partner. You are not able to communicate with your partner very well. Because see, over here what happen is that you become that kind of a person who love the person a lot, but not able to express your feelings, don't know how to express that to your partner. That can be seen. So like like, when you have this placement, then they become that kind of person. Like, let's say they are loving someone from the past 2 years, and even in the same office they are not able to tell the person that I love you. Okay, and they may love so deep, but still they are not telling you. So this kind of placement show that. So what can I advise you over here is just try to tell them. Now you are able to understand that due to this placement, this kind of a nature can be seen. So you at least try to put efforts. Just try to tell them, whether the other person say yes or no. At least you must not have any regret at the end of your life that if I do that, then maybe I will live a life like the way I want. But if I can only advise you that try to tell the other person. If you have this placement, if you're feeling that you are not able to tell, then try to tell it. Maybe the other person say yes, and then you will be happy. Okay. So that's all I can advise about this placement. Now let's talk about next placement, which is Aquarius. When D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Aquarius sign in the Navamsha chart, what will gonna happen? Now when this happen, it make you a very visionary person. You have very good vision in terms of your life and stuff, kind of a thing. Also you just think a lot about world. Okay, this is going on, that is going on in the world. Okay, that kind of a thing, about society, world, all these kind of stuff. Now you want to help people and your spouse also. Okay, by this placement, if D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Aquarius sign in the Navamsha, you would like to help your spouse and other people also a lot. Okay, also you are very spiritual person because of this placement. You may be spiritual, and you make sure that other people also follow spirituality. You also make other people spiritual, move them towards the spiritual part. That can also be seen. Okay, now see, you can have to understand this. Now when this happen, when D1 Lagna Lord is in Aquarius sign in Navamsha, then you become a person who treat everyone with equality. Like when you become that kind of a person, you also treat your life partner with the same amount of love or care, I can say equality, like you treat the other person. So in that way, your married life partner will feel like, hey, like I do not hold any other, like any special position in your life. You are treating me like a girl whom you met last night. You just treat her in the same way you treat me. There is no special position. Obviously your life partner needs some special position in your life, but you are a kind of a person who don't have that. So what I can advise you, if you have this placement, then the solution is that you should try to give attention, whether it's like a just to make them happy. I would like to tell you that if your life partner is feeling that, I know that you do not have that nature, but just see, because you are understanding the astrology, you are come over here on my channel, I would like to guide you, advise you. Then sometime just try to give attention, or I can say, let's say, even if you do not want to, just to make your life partner happy, say them some amazing words, or keep something, or give them some amazing gifts that you hadn't give to anyone. Make them feel special sometime. So that's really good for your married life. Your married life work well if you do that. Okay, so this is all about you. Now let's move on to our next sign finally, which is sign of Pisces. When your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the sign of Pisces Navamsha, or I can say in Navamsha chart in Pisces sign, then what will happen, that you get manipulated, or I can say you agree, or you get influenced a lot by other people. Okay, and the negative side is that people can also scam you with this placement. Like I would like to tell you, like for an example, a person said to you, hey, do you know that you can invest in stock market and you can earn good money? You are like, okay, let's start investing in stock market. Then maybe after some days, other person come with, they say like, hey, stock market is bullshit, you're gonna have to invest in real estate, that's really amazing. Then you are like, okay, you are right, real estate, we have to invest it. And then you take your money and you invest in the real estate. Then you invest in stock in real estate. Then after some day, a new person come, and he's like, hey, why are you investing in real estate? Real estate is really bad now. You must have to invest in gold. Then you are like, you are right, I have to invest in gold. Then you invest in gold. Then maybe after some day, some person is like, hey, gold is not good for high gains. Look at that person, he become the richest person by investing in the stock market. Then you are like, okay, let's take away my money out of the gold and now again invest in the stock market. So you see how, like I have given you one example. in every aspect of your life, someone advise, or I can say you get influenced by others people a lot. So what I can tell over here, first thing, that if you have this placement, do not get influenced by other people. Otherwise someday you may also get scammed by someone. Because see, nowadays people, like, let's say they are helping you, you do not know that which person is good. They may be helping you to earn money, or like to scam you most of the time. Like they may send you free offer, like, hey, come and join my company, and then at the last time they are like, hey, you have to pay me 2000 euros or like $2000 to join this. Like, who the hell are you? Like what? So like, I would like to tell you that this kind of, in this kind of situation, or I can say in your placement, it may possible that you may get like influenced a lot by other people. So just try to protect yourself. Do not get too much influenced by people easily, or at least do not try to pretend, or do not try to, sorry, at least try to pretend that you are not influenced by their, like, whatever they are saying. Okay, after that, spend some time alone, take, or like take some advice from the other person or maybe your partner, and then take the decision of your life. Okay, or decision of whatever you want to. Do not just show them that, hey, you are saying something and I'm like, okay, okay, you are right, you are right, let's do it, let's do it. Okay, let's take our money out and invest in real estate because you are telling. No, don't do that in anything. In every aspect of your life, I am talking about. Okay, now let's move on to next point. You are very intelligent person, although, okay, and can be imaginative also because of this placement. When your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Pisces sign in Navamsha, you are very intelligent and imaginative kind of a person can be seen, although, but still you get influenced by other. That is the amazing thing. Now you may have also unrealistic a bit approach in your life, like you love, or I can say you live in your own mind, or like I can say in your own thought, in a very unpractical way, in a very unpractical thinking you can have, or I can say way of living you can have. So now so you're gonna have to understand that in married life you're gonna have to just, if you just keep living alone in your own mind, that, or imagine that, I may have this and I may have that, then it might be a little bit like create problem to your marriage life. So I would like to tell you, just try to understand your partner, and just try to think that, okay, maybe I like to spend some time alone, or like, even if you are very different, then just try to adjust as per your partner. Okay, that's what I can advise you. But generally this is really a good placement. When your D1 Lagna Lord is placed in the Pisces sign in Navamsha, it's really good for your married life. That's what I can say. Okay, so guys, this is all about like D1 Lagna Lord and the different sign of your Navamsha. You can check it and comment down below like what you can see or what you can notice. I hope this helped. And if you are married, you can also check in your chart and your partner chart these positions. And if you are single, maybe in the future you can get married, you will see these positions, and then it may help you to like make your married life better.